It's about the music.
Music has been proven to be uplifting, and it takes you to different places, and it changes moods, it lifts moods. It's healthy.
It allows him to reconnect with history, with the artists, and himself.
I listened to music when I was growing up now, and it just takes me back, and it's almost invaluable. And those people are all gone now, so all that's left is their recordings. So, to your question, what's about it? I don't know. It just does something to you.
So Jill says his favorites are his rock and roll records from the 50s and country western albums.
That is quite the impressive collection. Do you think he's listened to every single one?
You know, I was thinking of that. I bet you he's listened to maybe, I'll give him 33%.
Only 33%?
A third.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot of records.
I think it's more than that.
Okay.
I think he listens daily.
As they would say in the 50s, it's a lot. It's a big stack of wax that he's got going on there. All right, folks, quick look outside. Starting to see a little bit of light this morning. We have your full forecast that's coming right up. Let me get you ready for your Tuesday.
Plus, Kennewick police arrest 9 people in a drug bust meant to curb crime on one of the busiest corners in the city. And regional law enforcement had an important discussion yesterday about how to keep youth out of gangs. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Tuesday. And Jill?
Yes, Jason.
It's Tuesday, so we're
is.
moving along in the week and still seeing some very nice conditions as we're starting off September. It's been very mild.
Yes, it has been.
And still, it's been a little hot. Like yesterday was a little hot, but we're still in summer.
Yeah.
Till next week. Let's take a look outside. Let's get you ready for your Tuesday. Start to see just a hint of light out there, folks. And we are staying darker later, but seeing a little bit come through. We still have more cloud coverage throughout our areas today, especially in Kittitas and Yakima counties. Again, about a degree cooler for Yakima today, right around 82. In the Tri-Cities area, 83. Again, a few degrees cooler than we were yesterday, and a little bit more cloud coverage for, again, Kittitas, Yakima. For the Tri-Cities and Mid-Columbia, and the Blue Mountain region, we're going to see more sunshine today, but still some cloud coverage, but ample sunshine starting tomorrow into our weekend. We're going to see temperatures start to increase by the time we get to Friday. So partly cloudy to mostly cloudy conditions today, light winds, dry conditions continue. Folks, I'll tell you all about it in my full forecast. It's coming right up, but for right now, we're going to send it back to Jill.
Thank you, Jason. Conditions in our region remain ripe for wildfire. In fact, flames sparked Sunday along Interstate 82. WSDOT tweeted out these pictures of the fire, and according to the agency, this fire forced the temporary closure of the eastbound lanes of I-82 and a portion of State Route 821. WSDOT later tweeted that eastbound I-82 had reopened. No word yet on what sparked the fire. Last week, the Tri-City Metro Drug Task Force conducted an operation to address ongoing complaints regarding narcotics use and sales in the area of Clearwater Avenue and Union Street in Kennewick. 9 people were arrested at the Nueva Vista Apartments during an operation. According to the Kennewick Chief of Police, it's one of the busiest corners of the city for local law enforcement.
It really had to do with a problem we're having in that specific area. That is our highest crime area within Kennewick. So thankfully our regional partners, the Metro Drug Task Force, took a look at the best way to combat that, and they organized a plan and carried that out.
The chief says the Tri-City Metro Drug Task Force has been doing many of these operations recently, figuring out how to address regional problems like the possession of narcotics. Detectives found meth, fentanyl pills, and fentanyl powder during the operation. And those 9 people were arrested for various charges, including possession and delivery of controlled substances, as well as other arrest warrants. The Washington State Association of Counties filed a suit against the state of Washington. While Franklin County isn't part of this lawsuit, they are supporting it. This lawsuit asserts the state trial court indigent defense system is unconstitutional and asks for proper funding to be able to keep offering public defense to those in need. The only thing sustaining the Franklin County Public Defense is American Rescue Plan dollars.
It's bankrupting us here at Franklin County to have to defend so many people, because what happened during the pandemic, Anna, was there was a real cascading effect. Trials essentially stopped for more than a year, so cases piled up, defense attorneys left.
Franklin County is currently working with Senator Nikki Torres, who is coming up with solutions for public defense funding across the state. The Washington State Office of Public Defense held a discussion on youth violence intervention Monday morning in Kennewick. Officials at the event say they hope law enforcement, attorneys, and others hear the success stories of community-based programs rather than a prison sentence. Riley Fitzgerald reports.
According to the State Office of Public Defense, youth gang and violence prevention is a topic the Tri-Cities community wants to learn about.
Trying to figure out kind of approaches for dealing with a perceived uptick in violence and how to kind of think about those things in a different way.
Liz Mustin with the Washington Office of Public Defense says the goal is to keep kids out of the criminal legal system.
We know that it's harmful for families, and we know that even when the juvenile justice system tries to help and uplift kids, that really the best thing for them is to never enter into the system at all.
The Department of Public Defense brought in Walkabout Yakima, a program aimed at reducing gang-related gun violence in Yakima County. This involves alternatives to incarceration with direct intervention for youth and young adults.
It is super impactful to know that there's a gun off the streets, to know that there's families that don't know what's going on and that they're sleeping well. That's great.
Alfredo Orozco is a program manager with Walkabout Yakima. As a former gang member, he says working as a community for these partnerships is the only way to do it.
But it has to be together, right? It can't be working in silos. And I think that's where we have the barriers, is working in silos. And every department is working towards their own way, and each one is working with individuals, but they're pulling them in different directions when we should be working together and pulling the individual only in one direction.
It's community-based, so we're invited to show what's working in Yakima, and then hopefully Tri-Cities can develop some type of program that would be similar, so they can see better or influence the gang violence down here, or just violent crime in general, and have a reduction that hopefully is similar to ours.
According to Captain Boyle with the Yakima Police Department, 25% of Yakima's violent crime was associated with just 5 people. By focusing on those 5 people with the WAY program, they were able to reduce serious assaults by about 20% since 2021. Its prevention, Kennewick Police Chief Guerrero is hoping to see in the Tri-Cities as well.
I think the Tri-Cities can use much of what they provided, but again, it begins with partnerships and collaboration. Police can't do this alone. We know we can't arrest ourselves out of a juvenile problem. It's going to take a lot of different partnerships and disciplines to make that happen.
Chief Guerrero says it starts with these decisions and by sitting down and talking about how the WAY program has affected the community, and then talking about which direction to travel.
According to Chief Guerrero, the KPD is working with the U.S. Attorney's Office to implement Project Safe Neighborhoods in the city. That dialogue is taking place right now, and the chief says they hope to expand to the rest of the Tri-Cities after it starts up in Kennewick. 2 local arts organizations are putting out the call for art on an unconventional canvas. The Arts Center Task Force and Arts Foundation of the Mid-Columbia want help beautifying an old satellite dish outside the Arts Center Task Force office. The goal? Bring people together through art and for art.
Once an evangelical television station, this building on Simon Street has become a space for artists and arts organizations to gather and work. It's run by the Arts Center Task Force.
This is our headquarters, which is in essence a community center for the local community performing arts groups.
While the group still has big plans for an 800-seat Mid-Columbia Performing Arts Center, the goal for the studio on Simon Street is similar: bring people together through art.
A lot of the local groups use our conference rooms, our podcast studio, our rehearsal space. A lot of local singing groups use it for rehearsals and recitals. So we're just trying to have a place to bring together the local community arts groups.
And now the Arts Center Task Force and the Arts Foundation of the Mid-Columbia are hoping to draw more attention to this space using this satellite dish.
To enhance our identity as an arts group, we have a second satellite dish that we wanted the community to come together and propose and paint something which means something to the community.
Artists have until 10 p.m. on Friday, September 15th to submit their designs, and the artist chosen will receive a $1,500 stipend.
Any way we can do to promote and encourage local artists to come together to contribute to the community, the happier we will be.
The Arts Center Task Force hopes to have the artwork on display by the end of October.
To submit a design on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
Folks, a nice start to our morning. How will your day look? Let me get you ready for your Tuesday and my first alert weather forecast coming right up.
Plus, the long-awaited return of Monday Night Football and the start of a new era for Aaron Rodgers took a bad turn last night. But there is a small silver lining for New York Jets fans.
Spicy chicken McNuggets, breaded in tempura and made with cayenne, are just the right amount of fire emoji, chili emoji, grinning face with sweat emoji, and wouldn't it be double fire emoji if they came back? Spicy chicken McNuggets, they're back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Hey Tri-Cities, the Mid-Columbia Duck Race is coming September 23rd, and so is your chance to win great prizes while supporting our community. This year's grand prize, the new 2023 Toyota Tacoma from Toyota of Tri-Cities, plus dozens of other great prizes too. See your nearest Rotarian and buy your ducks. Every duck comes with valuable coupons for local savings. Lend a hand, buy a duck, and keep this wonderful community fundraiser going strong. Mid-Columbia Duck Race presented by Toyota of Tri-Cities and Autobahn Auto Care Center.
It's a factory-authorized clearance at Blue Compass RV. Before the 24s arrive, every 23 must go. Every reasonable offer will be accepted. All 23s come with an exclusive 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete. A $5,000 value only Blue Compass can provide. If you ever dreamed of owning a new RV, now is your time. Every 23 must go at the factory-authorized clearance. Only at Blue Compass RV.
Navigating a real estate transaction can be overwhelming, from finding the right property to navigating the closing process. That's why a successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process, an in-house marketing team to maximize your home's exposure, transaction coordinators to ensure accuracy throughout the transaction, and a network of local industry experts. With Windermere on your side, you can have peace of mind and confidence in your real estate journey.
If something's missing in your morning without a McDonald's breakfast, then try a new bagel sandwich with fluffy egg, melty cheese, and your choice of a steak patty with grilled onion or bacon or sausage. Well, those will fill the void deliciously. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
Welcome back on this Tuesday, and now to last night's Monday Night Football game. Fans of the New York Jets roared as their new quarterback Aaron Rodgers took the field against the Bills, but Rodgers did not play for long, and some inside the Jets locker room are fearing for the worst. All that came before an overtime ending that you need to see to believe. Here's ABC's Lionel Moyes.
Aaron Rodgers' debut with the New York Jets lasted only 4 snaps.
Down goes Rodgers.
The quarterback stood up after being sacked, but then sat down, appearing to grimace from pain. The 39-year-old was taken to the medical tent to be examined as another legendary quarterback, Peyton Manning, reacted live on ESPN's ManningCast.
He's in the tent. He's hurt. He's hurt. Could not have been. Holy cow. I cannot believe this.
Jets coach Robert Saleh says Rodgers will get an MRI today, but Saleh says he fears Rodgers suffered an Achilles injury which would end his season.
MRI is probably going to confirm what we think is already going to happen, so prayers tonight, but it's not good. I heard for Aaron and how much he's invested in all of this. I'm still going to hold out hope, but my heart's with Aaron right now.
The injury silenced a crowd that had been anticipating Rodgers' Big Apple debut, coming from Green Bay after 18 seasons where he won a Super Bowl and 4 MVP awards. The Jets and Rodgers were also featured on the HBO series Hard Knocks, adding to the hype.
Oh, I got nothing, man. I'm just happy to be out here, excited to be with you guys.
Before the season, Rodgers agreed to a restructured contract, giving him $75 million in guaranteed money over this season and next.
The fact that he's in a boot is a bad sign. The fact he's been ruled out is a bad sign. The fact he's as old as he is a bad sign.
But the game that started with heartache for Jets fans ended in elation. Backup QB Zach Wilson helping to force overtime against the Bills. And then this incredible moment. Jets rookie Xavier Gipson running back a punt 65 yards for the game-winning score, stunning the Bills 22-16.
Touchdown, rookie Xavier Gipson. Game over.
Lionel Moise, ABC News, New York.
Rodgers did not speak to the reporters after the game. He injured the same leg during the offseason. Coming up, as Hurricane Lee approaches, a number of New England towns are facing dangerous flood conditions. Nothing like that here. I'll return with your first alert weather forecast. Folks, another nice Tuesday morning, but will today and the rest of the week be nice as well? I'll have your first alert weather forecast next on Good Morning Northwest.
I remember when you get a whole meal for $5.
Yeah, it was last Tuesday.
Oh.
And every Tuesday at A&W, where single Papa Burger combos complete with fries and a root beer cost just $5. The good old days are here again. A complete meal for just $5. Tuesdays only at A&W.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. Law is a complicated matter. Our team of experts will fight for you and help you find the best solution for your situation. Don't let life's challenges get the best of you. We're here to help. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit our website at quantumlegal.com.
It's fair time. Get ready for fun. Central Washington State Fair, September 22nd through October 1st. It's fun for all. For more information, visit fairfun.com.
Get ready, Tri-Cities. We're going back to the Jurassic era. Welcome to Quake, the epicenter of family fun. Quake's facilities features a state-of-the-art trampoline park, tactical laser tag arena, ninja warrior course, video game arcade, virtual reality stations, golf simulators, and much more. There's nothing like it in southeastern Washington. Quake, the epicenter of family fun. Located in Kennewick off I-82 and Weiser Parkway.
KFC's Wednesday Country Fried Steak Meal is a delicious value, complete with mashed potatoes with gravy, coleslaw, and a biscuit, all for the incredible price of just $5.99. Really, what's left to say? How about see you again next Wednesday? Country Fried Steak Meal, just $5.99, only at KFC.
An awesome landscape carved 15,000 years ago.
You're standing on the edge of what was once the world's largest waterfall.
It's Grand Coulee Country.
That spectacular place.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Tuesday on Live with Kelly and Mark. Live Loves New York Week continues. Plus, Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson. And from ABC News, Matt Gutman.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. We're moving along in the week. Hope you're having a good morning so far. Another nice day, but yes, we do have cloud coverage that we're dealing with yet again. We should see some sun breaks, especially in the mid-Columbia in the Blues, but still Clouds sticking around, and we're seeing a pretty good amount so far right in the Blue Mountain region. Yakima looks to be a little bit more robust in Yakima and the Ellensburg area as we move along in our day. But Futurecast, we are going to be seeing again a little bit of cloud coverage in today. But as we get into tomorrow, it's going to start to dissipate, and by Wednesday night into Thursday, we're going to see just plain old sunny conditions and clear conditions. So much more sunshine is on the way. Just dealing with a little bit of cloud coverage yesterday and today. So as we move into our morning hours, we are looking warmer than we have been. We're in the mid to lower 60s to upper 50s. Yakima, its usual drop, but still not 40s, at least just yet, right in the 53 range. So again, we're a little bit warmer than we have been in our morning hours. And our highs today, though, are going to be a little bit off of what we saw yesterday by 4 to 3 to even 2 degrees. And we're going to stay right around our average for the next couple of days. By Friday into the weekend, we're going to ascend just a little bit warmer, but we've been saving those warmer temperatures for our weekends, at least for the last 3 weeks. And we just continue this trend of being very comfortable for the month of September. Really, since the latter part of August to now, we've been looking just very, very nice. So wind speed, we are looking a little bit heavier in Walla Walla, 14 mile per hour. Other than that, we're seeing a couple of double digits. We do expect to see a little bit of breezy conditions today, but nothing really sustained. So nothing lasting more than over an hour. And we do expect to see winds to remain pretty darn steady and pretty light for the next week at least. Again, you could see a little bit of breeze at times. We saw it overnight last night in the Tri-Cities. We should see it tonight in the Yakima Valley, and we're seeing it right now in Walla Walla. But other than that, nothing really sustained for the week ahead. So our allergy forecast: trees remain at the moderate zone, weeds, grass, and mold still at low. Chinnopods and composites remain our allergens of the day, but our air quality has been staying very nice. It's been in the green for the past couple of weeks. It looks to stay there for at least the foreseeable future. All right, our highs today, lower 80s. Yakima, Toppenish, 77 for Ellensburg. Over in the mid-Columbia, we're in those mid to lower 80s, staying again very consistent. Our hot spot, Hanford, 85, and in the Blue Mountain region, we're in those lower 80s. 7-day forecast, and going to stay in those lower 80s for Yakima through tomorrow. And again, more sunshine starts tomorrow. Then by Thursday, 85, and right around the upper 80s to lower 90s for Friday and into your weekend. And Yakima staying as warm as the Tri-Cities, especially for your weekend, maybe even a little bit warmer, which is odd because usually the Tri-Cities is just a little bit warmer. Plenty of sunshine starting tomorrow for the Tri-Cities, and again, we start that ascent on Friday. For your day today, though, partly cloudy to mostly cloudy conditions throughout. Light winds for the most part, and dry conditions continue. Should be a very average and fair Tuesday ahead.
Now to a flash flood emergency. All morning there have been new images of severe flooding in parts of New England. ABC's Lionel Moise has the latest.
Overnight, officials warning the flood emergency in Massachusetts could get even worse as rivers north of Boston begin to crest.
Find a high spot somewhere. Find a high spot and stay there until this is over.
6 to 9 inches of rain fell in a matter of hours, submerging cars in Leominster, forcing drivers to abandon their vehicles on the highway.
People were sitting on top of their cars just waiting for someone to come and rescue them.
First responders rescued multiple people at a flooded mobile home community as the mayor went on social media to plead with people to stay off the roads. Torrents of water washing away asphalt, opening up large sinkholes across the city.
These catch basins are coming right out of the ground. You're going to drive over one of them. All the streets are flooded.
To the south in Rhode Island, powerful floodwaters poured into homes and businesses, submerging the state's capital. Days of storms in the Northeast already caused at least one death in Northeast Pennsylvania. Thousands of flights have been canceled, causing a ripple effect at airports across the country. All this ahead of Hurricane Lee, barreling north in the Atlantic, packing 115-mile-per-hour winds overnight. It's expected to bring heavy surf along the East Coast and move past New England this weekend. Cape Cod and Maine are now on alert for heavy winds.
It's Saturday and Sunday that we watch for what could be a landfall of a much weaker storm by the time it gets up to the Canadian border right around Maine. But the impacts along the coast are going to be huge waves and rip currents.
Lionel Moyes, ABC News, New York.
In the meantime, the Red Cross says extreme weather is one factor behind a nationwide blood shortage, with supplies down nearly 25% in the last month. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, a Washington, D.C. federal courtroom will serve as the battleground for the biggest U.S. antitrust trial in 25 years.
The man of the hour has arrived.
Let the journey begin.
Dear 2030, we look forward to seeing you. After our 160-point quality assurance inspection, we'll be Toyota certified used vehicles with 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranties. Not to honk our own horns, but the best new cars make the best used cars. Yours, Toyota.
Get 5.49% APR for up to 60 months on your favorite Toyota certified used models. Find yours at toyotacertified.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Our customers depend on us for everything. We grow well over 200 different crop varieties, and there's tremendous diversity within our trade territory. We spend a lot of time and work a lot with our customers on enhancing and utilization of the products that John Deere offers from a technology perspective. We do what we say every single day.
Another power bill that has you scratching your head? Let Precision Sheet Metal come to the rescue with AeroSeal. AeroSeal is a revolutionary technology that uses aerosol-based duct sealant to actively find and repair all the leaks, cracks, and gaps in your ductwork. How will that help? Improved efficiency, enhanced comfort, improved indoor air quality, and cost savings. Call Precision Sheet Metal today and find out how AeroSeal can make your home the place to be all year long.
At All City Transmission, we're proud to be American and proud sponsors of the Great American Flag Swap.
Honest work, quality price, All City Transmission.
Stop thinking, let things happen, and be the ball. Better yet, see the ball with K2 Vision RLE. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
It's a feel-good show everybody's been waiting for.
It's incredible. They nailed it. Oh my gosh!
Come along each week while Cody and Felicia make it happen across the heartland with Fast Home Rescue.
Sunday at 4:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back, everyone, on this Tuesday morning. Well, we turn now to a landmark antitrust case against Google going to trial today. The question, is Google too powerful? Is it a monopoly that should be broken up? Here's ABC's Derek Dennis.
This morning, Google goes on trial. The search engine, accessed by some 8.5 billion users daily, handling an estimated 99,000 queries per second, is accused of stifling competition and creating an online monopoly.
Google is accused basically of buying its way out of competition. The allegation is that it made a bunch of deals mainly with Apple, to prevent other search engines from getting a foothold and challenging it.
Columbia law professor Tim Wu says it's fine for Google and its parent company Alphabet to work to maximize profits.
But what's not allowed is to make a deal that locks other people out. And the allegation, at least, is that they didn't compete on the merits, that they spent their money to create kind of a fortress that no other competitor could reach anybody.
And the implications go far beyond Google into the growing artificial intelligence market.
The question is going to be who gets to compete and how they get to compete in the artificial intelligence space.
Professor Wu says a win for Google at trial will mean business as usual. A loss, he says, will allow for more search engine options from competitors. But first, Google gets to make one big argument.
Google's going to say we've been successful because people like us. When given the choice, people always choose Google search.
The last big antitrust trial was against Microsoft in the 90s. A judge ruled the company placing its Internet Explorer software in so many personal computers amounted to a monopoly. In the end, Microsoft agreed to change its business practices and allow more competition.
So as for the case against Google, the trial is expected to last through November, with a decision not expected until next year. Coming up, good news as the American caver trapped underground in Turkey has been hoisted to safety. Thank goodness. And folks, I'll have your first alert weather forecast. Stick with us, everyone.
There's 1 week left to shop our special Buy Mart membership savings book, packed with 16 pages of store-wide savings. Here in Central Washington, we've saturated your markets so non-members can see what they're missing. Join us now for a one-time $5 lifetime membership fee and get big savings. From pantry essentials to sporting goods to electronics and more. There's 1 week left to save at Buy Mart, your Northwest employee-owned membership store.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and Hermiston. Every location is conveniently located, and now Smoke City for Less Hermiston has relocated to North 1st Street by AutoZone. An easy turnoff, $3.95, and you are there. For the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, Kratom, and specialty products too. Open 7 days a week, 5 locations, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and the new location in Hermiston, off $3.95. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Where's the most mouth-watering pizza and best salad bar in town? Well, Hubby's Pizza, of course. Order Hubby's Pizza tonight and get a large 16-inch pepperoni pizza for just $15.99. Mouth-watering yumminess. The perfect fresh dough and toppings for a quick and easy dinner. Dine in or carry out. Come acquire the Hubby's Habit, your hometown favorite for nearly 45 years.
Time for a new roof? Let M&M Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. Plus, receive $1,000 off your new siding project for new construction as well as remodels. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let M&M Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
At All City Transmission, we're proud to be American and proud sponsors of the Great American Flag Swap.
Honest work, quality price, All City Transmission.
Check out Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, your local Old Hickory Sheds dealer. We sell and deliver a wide variety of buildings, including storage sheds, lofted barns, playhouses, cabins, and more. Come visit us at 3680 West Van Giesen Street in West Richland.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. Law is a complicated matter. Our team of experts will fight for you and help you find the best solution for your situation. Don't let life's challenges get the best of you. We're here to help. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit our website at quantumlegal.com.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
The American caver trapped underground in Turkey has finally been freed after being stuck for over 2 weeks. And there's been another confirmed sighting of the escaped inmate on the run in Pennsylvania.
A mostly nice Tuesday is on the way. A little bit cooler temperatures. I'll get you prepared for that in the work week ahead. My first alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Tuesday. And Tuesday, it's not my favorite morning.
I know it's not your favorite.
But still, we're going to make it through together, and we always do. And we're here for you as well. Let's take a look outside. And we have a moderate day on the way. No wind, or we actually seeing a little bit of wind this morning in Walla Walla specifically. But light winds overall. Going to see a little bit of cloud coverage come in, kind of like that thin marine layer we had yesterday. At least it seemed that way. And we do see a little bit cooler temperatures today. Now we're staying right around our average for this time of year, and we're going to remain there through Thursday. Then we'll be warming up slightly as we get into our weekend. Also, more sunshine on the way as we move along in our week. So today, partly to mostly cloudy skies. A little bit more sun breaks for the Mid-Columbia in the Blue Mountain region. Right around 83 for the Tri-Cities, right around 81 for Walla Walla. So folks, a fine Tuesday is on the way, but much more sunshine is on the way this week. So partly to mostly cloudy today, light winds and dry conditions continuing. So I'll have that and look at your work week and your weekend coming up in my full forecast. But for right now, we're going to send it back to Jill.
Thank you, Jason. New this morning, the American researcher trapped for nearly 2 weeks in a cave in Turkey is free. Mark Dickey talked about the incredible rescue and what it was like to see the light of day again. Here's ABC's Rhiannon Alley.
It is amazing to be above ground again.
American cave explorer Mark Dickey speaking overnight about this dramatic moment, finally being hoisted to safety. He spent 12 long days trapped in a Turkish cave after falling severely ill more than 3,400 feet below the surface, unable to ascend. Dickey now describing his harrowing struggle for survival.
My consciousness started to get harder to hold on to, and I reached the point that I was like, I'm not going to live.
ABC's Marcus Moore reporting from the scene, rescuers behind him emerging with Dickey.
You can see Mr. Dickey there with that thermal blanket wrapped around him. This was a delicate operation, a delicate mission, one that took a lot of manpower and a lot of planning.
More than 150 rescuers teamed up, spending days beneath the surface, giving Dickey life-saving medical intervention for gastrointestinal bleeding, including a blood transfusion, all more than a half-mile underground. Then, beginning the treacherous journey, pulling Dickey, sometimes vertically, through the complex cave system on a stretcher, traversing narrow, winding passageways, even as the cave flooded with 3 feet of water.
It's been one hell of a crazy adventure, but I'm on the surface safely. I'm still alive.
Back above ground, Dickey grateful for the light at the end of the tunnel.
I gotta tell you, I don't know what to say. This is overwhelming. This is a first.
Make it a last.
Make it a last time too. Thank you.
Dickey was flown by helicopter to a hospital where he's recovering. His parents, in a statement, thanked rescuers for the tremendous effort to save their son. An update in the manhunt for convicted murderer Danilo Cavalcante in Pennsylvania. Authorities swarmed an area in South Coventry Township Monday night after a possible sighting of Cavalcante. Sources say the possible sighting was made by a chopper and also confirmed that a pair of shoes were found in the search. It remains unclear if they belong to the fugitive. Pennsylvania State Police issued a statement on social media this morning warning that the fugitive is armed. They did not elaborate how they knew. Cavalcante has been on the run since he broke out of the Chester County Prison on August 31st. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
All right, folks, we got some light on the situation for your Tuesday morning, and an average day is on the way, but better conditions on the way later this week. I'll get you ready for all that. My first alert weather forecast coming right up.
Plus, a rare celestial event is expected to be visible today and later this week. We'll tell you why you should keep your eyes on the sky next.
A natural wonder like no other. Fly the Northwest tonight at 6.
Since 1968, Sundown M Ranch has helped over 200,000 patients and families recover from the effects of substance use disorders.
I was ashamed, humiliated, and not sure if I could be helped, but I listened and found a completely different way to live by spending time at Sundown.
I did not believe there was a way out of the dark hole my life had become. Sundown M Ranch provided a foundation for me to find a new way to live.
Sundown M Ranch. Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Okay, thanks for visiting. Bye, Alice.
I'm stuck.
Not
funny anymore.
Yes, it is.
Wait, guys, the Mesozoic times are boring and have 0 rad attractions. Triple play is fun. I want to stay here.
Of course you can stay.
Oh, fantastic. We won't regret this.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, like bowling, Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park, and a brand new zip line ride, all attached to a cozy hotel.
She's on the logo already.
Marketers are the worst.
My mom hired a bath fitter to make me a new bath. My friend Jimmy said that when he got a new bath, it took forever. Jimmy didn't have to take a bath for a month. I didn't even get to miss one bath. It's just not fair.
Bathfitter will remodel your bath in as little as 1 day. We've got over 2 million satisfied customers and 35 years experience. Call now or visit bathfitter.com for a free in-home consultation.
What is a leader? Someone who has backbone, resilience, determination to put a stake in the ground and get their hands a little dirty. Arrow Construction Supply has been the Northwest's leading provider of asphalt, concrete, and erosion control industries. From homeowner do-it-yourself to large commercial projects, we have everything for sale or rent to get the job done. Your locally owned and operated Arrow Construction Supply, leading the way and hitting our mark for 30 years.
No insurance? No problem. At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, our membership plan starts at just $79 and costs only $35 a month. That's 2 cleanings, x-rays, and much more for just $35 a month. Learn more at WRFDC.com or PDPNW.com. Find us at one of our 2 locations, West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco. Stunning smiles for the whole family.
At Apple Valley News Now, we're shaking up weekday afternoons. At 2, it's a new time for Jennifer Hudson. Then at 3...
Welcome to Access Hollywood, your #1 source for celebrity news.
And at 3:30, a special early edition of television's #1 news program, ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir. At 4, let the games begin.
You nailed it!
Person, place, or thing, followed by over-the-top fun.
What is not Jeopardy?
People Puzzler. We're shaking up afternoons. Apple Valley News Now, weekdays.
You have a chance to see a newly discovered comet this morning. That's when the comet Nishimura will be closest to the Earth. You can already see it with the naked eye, but it might be difficult to spot since it's just north of the eastern horizon and the sun's brightness could overpower it.
All right, the best chance to see it might be this Sunday, September 17th, because the comet will be closest to the sun. NASA says the comet could contribute to another celestial show in December. Scientists think its debris might make the Sigma Hydrus meteor shower more active.
Didn't
I was going to say more octave.
more
loud.
Didn't we just recently have a meteor shower?
The Perseids,
yes,
I think, were a little while ago.
I didn't see it.
Usually spectacular.
Yes.
But yeah, any celestial events I'm all for, unless the meteor or comet is coming towards us.
Absolutely, yeah. Then I don't want to see it.
So anyways, another light show coming, a free light show. We like that.
Yeah.
All right, folks, quick look outside. Plenty of light already. Plenty of clouds also this morning. I'll get you ready for your Tuesday coming right up.
And Franklin County is throwing its support behind a lawsuit meant to bring attention and funding to public defender programs. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Welcome to the Village Bistro. I wanted to share with you some of the things we have on our menu. We're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. One of our favorite dishes here is the Keto Bowl. It's loaded with delicious vegetables such as squash, zucchini, broccoli, and then you get to pick your protein, such as smoked Polish sausage, chicken, shrimp, or steak. Another favorite dish we have here is our meatball sub. You have to try this. It is delicious. We love to get to know each customer, and we want you to feel like family when you're here. We can't wait to see you at the Village Bistro.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves! Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Stop thinking, let things happen, and be the ball. Better yet, see the ball with K2 Vision RLE. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment.
part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Give yourself that new car feeling with a detail from ProClean Auto Detail Systems. Details start at just $125 and we'll make your car look and feel like new. Gift certificates are available. Forget the rest and come to the best. ProClean Auto Detail Systems.
Thank you for getting groceries, Mika.
Of course. Happy to help. Will Medicare cover any of these bills?
I thought it would, but it doesn't.
We'll get through this. I will always be here for you.
I know. But what about you? I don't ever want you to be in this situation.
Don't worry, Dad. With WA Cares, I'm earning long-term care benefits with each paycheck. That money will be there when I need it.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
An awesome landscape carved 15,000 years ago.
You're standing on the edge of what was once the world's largest waterfall.
It's Grand Coulee country.
That spectacular place.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Tuesday on Live with Kelly and Mark. Live Loves New York Week continues. Plus, Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson. And from ABC News, Matt Gutman.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves! Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Hope you're enjoying it so far. A beautiful vista so far. Do have some cloud coverage to talk about, and that's going to be sticking with us. Though we are staying dry, we're still seeing a little more cloud coverage than we've been seeing really for the past month or so, continuing to kind of stick around our area. So a little bit of interference from the sun today, but other than that, we're going to be looking at a nice day. Take a look at our futurecast, and as we move along in our day, we are going to be seeing more sunshine and more clear skies, but much more clear skies as we head into our Thursday and definitely into our weekend and our Wednesday tomorrow. So do get ready for much nicer conditions on the way. So as we look at our temperatures, we are staying very warm for our morning hours, mid to lower 60s, a little cooler for the Yakima area at 53, but still pretty warm conditions, and we expect to stay right around these temperatures for the next couple of days. So our highs today, though, taking a little bit of a dip today, only by 2 to 3 or 4 degrees, but still not really that much of a difference. But as we get into our weekend, we're going to see those temperatures start to ascend a little bit, but not a huge variance for the week ahead as we stay very comfortable as we're starting to dip into the middle part of September. And of course, in the middle part of next week, we hit autumn. So we're going to be changing the seasons next week. Sorry, folks who love the summer, but it is slowly coming to an end. Seeing a little bit of wind starting to kick up in Walla Walla, a couple of double digits out there. We do expect to see a little bit of breezy conditions at times today, nothing really sustained over an hour or so. And we do expect those lighter winds to continue for the week ahead. So not much wind, not much change in our temperatures, and we are going to be seeing much more sunshine starting tomorrow into our weekend. So almost a what you see is what you get situation as we get to tomorrow, and that will continue into our weekend, though we do warm up slightly for the weekend. Our allergy forecast looking very good yet again. Trees at the moderate zone, weeds, grass, mold low. Chenopods composites are your allergens for the day, and we are remaining in the green zone in the healthy air, and that should continue for the next couple of days at least. All right, let's take a look at our highs. We're in the lower 80s for Yakima, Toppenish, 77 for Ellensburg, as we're staying, folks, very, very nice and comfortable conditions in the lovely Mid-Columbia, mid to lower 80s. Hot spot is Hanford. Hanford's been our hot spot pretty regularly for the past couple of days, and lower 80s for the Walla Walla and Pendleton regions. 7-day forecast for Yakima, lower 80s through tomorrow. And then we start that ascent into Friday and into our weekend. Much more sunshine is on the way, and overnight lows right in those mid-50s. In the Tri-Cities area, lower 80s Tuesday and Wednesday, and then that ascent up into our weekend as well. So for your Tuesday today, a little bit more cloud coverage, especially in the Yakima and Kittitas County areas. We'll see much more sunshine starting tomorrow well into the weekend, and right around your average temperatures, staying dry and mostly light winds. Again, a pretty average but nice Tuesday is ahead.
A cry for help in the state of Washington. The Washington State Association of Counties has filed a lawsuit against the state, saying it's not doing enough in terms of funding the defense system. Apple Valley News Now's Anna Trejo talks with Franklin County, which is standing by the WSAC and giving it full support.
The Washington State Association of Counties, also known as the WSAC, wants the state of Washington to make the proper amount of funding available for trial cases of people who can't afford a defense. Right now, counties in the state are having to find funds and other resources to make sure people get a fair trial.
It's bankrupting us here at Franklin County to have to defend so many people, because what happened during the pandemic, Anna, was there was a real cascading effect. Trials essentially stopped for more than a year, so cases piled up, defense attorneys left.
While Franklin County is not part of this lawsuit, County Administrator Mike Gonzalez says the county is supporting WSAC. Gonzalez says Franklin County is running out of funds fast, and that includes payroll for prosecutors, attorneys, and providing public defense to the people who can't afford hiring an attorney to take on their case.
It can take as much as $25,000 to defend a murder case. Some smaller trials obviously take less with lesser charges, but nonetheless, it is extremely expensive.
The WSAC says the state's current defense system for the needy is unconstitutional, and it leaves the counties in the state in a bind, struggling to come up with funding to get legal counsel, which could leave the counties almost bankrupt.
A backlog of 80 cases of varying degree, whether some are murders, some are different kind of felonies, and some are pretty trivial type things. So what's happening is sort of this cascading effect that's happening throughout the system.
The WSAC counties can't continue to provide the counsel without statewide funding. Ana Trejo, Apple Valley News Now.
The WSAC says it will continue to work on ways to get funding to the counties, but after several years of trying, they decided to get the courts involved. We will continue to keep you updated. I'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast, but first a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a heart-pounding rescue.
I really feel really proud of myself.
Watch as 12-year-old Austin McMillan saves his therapist, Jason Paquette, from drowning in a Florida pool last week. Paquette tried to see how long he could hold his breath underwater, the 12-year-old looking on and eventually noticing something was wrong.
He was underwater, and I was like, that's way too long. He cannot do that.
Just so grateful to be alive, and that he stepped up in a time where I would have died if he didn't step up.
Paquette regaining consciousness just as Austin's dad arrived home and called 911.
When I first got the call from my husband, I almost felt like I couldn't speak. My whole body locked up.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have more of Austin's story and the surprising way he learned CPR. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Choosing a treatment for your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, can be overwhelming. So ask your doctor about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start. It's the #1 prescribed branded chronic migraine treatment. So far, more than 5 million Botox treatments have been given to over 850,000 chronic migraine patients.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Botox.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:52. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. Conditions in our region remain ripe for wildfire. In fact, flames sparked Sunday along Interstate 82. WSDOT tweeted out these pictures of the fire, and according to the agency, this fire forced the temporary closure of the eastbound lanes of I-82 and a portion of State Route 821. WSDOT later tweeted that eastbound I-82 had reopened. No word yet on what sparked the fire. Washington State Patrol is investigating a deadly collision that closed a portion of westbound I-90 through the Cascades Sunday night. According to the Washington State Patrol, 4 vehicles, including a patrol car, struck 2 people as they tried to cross I-90. This happened approximately 13 miles west of Cle Elum just before 9 Sunday night. Authorities have not yet released the identities of the 2 people who got struck and killed, and it remains unclear why they were crossing the interstate. The Tri-City Metro Drug Task Force conducted an operation to address ongoing complaints regarding narcotics use and sales in the area of Clearwater Avenue and Union Street in Kennewick. 9 people were arrested at the Nueva Vista apartments during an operation. Detectives found meth, fentanyl pills, and fentanyl powder during the operation. Those 9 people were arrested for various charges, including possession and delivery of controlled substances, as well as other arrest warrants. The Washington State Association of Counties filed a suit against the state of Washington, and while Franklin County isn't part of the lawsuit, it is supporting it. This lawsuit is asserting the state trial court indigent defense system is unconstitutional and asking for proper funding to be able to keep offering public defense to those in need. Franklin County is currently working with Senator Nikki Torres, who is coming up with solutions for public defense funding across the state. The Washington State Office of Public Defense held a discussion on youth violence intervention Monday morning in Kennewick. Officials say they hope those who attended hear the success stories of community-based programs as an alternative to incarceration. According to Yakima Police Captain Boyle, 25% of the city of Yakima's violent crime was associated with just 5 people. By focusing on those 5, they were able to reduce serious assaults by about 20% since 2021. A Whitman County judge handed a big victory for WSU in Oregon State, blocking a Pac-12 meeting that could have ended with the conference's dissolvement. Both Wazoo and Oregon State wanted to ensure schools that are leaving the conference could not vote on conference matters. They cited Pac-12 bylaws, which state that members who give notice to leave the conference forfeit their seat on the Board of Governors, meaning they are no longer allowed to vote on conference-related matters. 2 local arts organizations are putting out the call for art on an unconventional canvas. The Arts Center Task Force and Arts Foundation of the Mid-Columbia want help beautifying an old satellite dish outside of the Arts Center Task Force office, also known as the studio on Simon Street. The building already has 1 painted satellite dish displaying the organization's logo. For the second dish, the Arts Center Task Force wants to choose a design that truly represents the community.
Seeing some sunshine hit the mountains this morning. Beautiful conditions. And folks, we do have some cloud coverage out there, and we expect more as we move along in our day. But we should see the clouds get out of our region as we get into tomorrow. Still staying dry and a little bit of wind out there as well, but mostly light winds for your Tuesday. Current temperatures were from 65 in the Tri-Cities and Hermiston down to 53 in the lovely Yakima region. So again, folks, we're staying a little bit warmer in our morning hours, and we should be staying at similar conditions and temperatures for the next couple of mornings at least. So wind speeds, seeing a little bit of push right now in Walla Walla and some double digits in Hermiston and Toppenish. We'll see breezy conditions at times. This evening we expect a little bit around 15 mile per hour occasionally for Yakima tonight, but still sustained winds are going to be staying relatively light for the next week ahead at least, most likely through the weekend. Let's take a look at those highs today. We're in those lower 80s for Yakima, Toppenish, about a degree or 2 off of yesterday. 77 for Ellensburg. A little bit more of a drop, around 5 to 3 degrees for the Mid-Columbia. Our hot spot for the day is Hanford at 85, and in the Blue Mountain region, right in those lower 80s. Quick look at our 7-day forecast. Yakima, Again, lower 80s through tomorrow. Then we start that ascent into the weekend. Much more sunshine starting tomorrow in the Tri-Cities area. Pretty similar conditions, looking at near or at 90-degree temperatures Friday through Sunday. So folks, a little bit more cloud coverage for you today, but staying pretty darn nice, a little cooler, but still a very average and mild Tuesday is ahead. Hope you can enjoy. Back to you, Jill.
Thanks for joining us on Good Morning Northwest. Your local news is back tonight at 5.